Well, let's go with the chronology here,
Okay.
where clearly we have GoFundMe participating in what we have branded as shadow donation page creation. Shadow donation pages are these third-party off-domain giving portals that are generated without a nonprofit's consent or even knowledge. Now, sadly, this is like tale as old as time, unfortunately, with regard to the interwebs. Like, we've seen in the past, and we noted this in our articles, that like folks like, Charity Navigator, PayPal Giving have like kind of had this forever. Like going way back, like Network for Good, going way back, had been doing this. So why was this different, and why did this trigger us? Well, it was the way in which GoFundMe did it. And that brings us to what those 20 some odd attorneys general are citing. They want to confirm that these pages have been removed. This practice has been stopped. And it's like prove to us that this behavior has ceased. GoFundMe. And it was very specific. And we were like looking through, we're like, man, they really know their SEO pretty darn well. And sure enough, Nick, you're scrolling down and it cites literally nonprofit news feeds article. And we were like, that's not a typo, because the language looked oddly specific to the way that we had meticulously documented the SEO search result behavior, as well as screenshots of what was going on with the tips, with the confusion. And it was like, this is different than what has been done in the past. It is, I'll say, it all lives on a spectrum of apparently we allow this. We allow this and have allowed it on the internet, where companies are just allowed to sell other people's wares. So let's say I go out and create a cancer fundraising organization. George is going to go raise funds for this. And then suddenly anybody who sees that I have a 501c3 can, on my behalf, use my brand, image, name, and likeness to go sell my stuff for a markup. Apparently that's okay in nonprofit land. But I'll tell you what, if I went out there and said, I have a thing, I sell Apple devices in any way, shape, or form, and I use Apple's logo to sell it. And I do it with actually right next to Disney stuff too. So I'm selling Mickey Mouse to you at a markup publicly, making money off the markup. Sure, I'll pass the money through. I'll buy the Mickey Mouse doll. Sure, I'll pass it through after I take a cut of that. Same thing for Apple. I'm just going to do that on the internet and index very, very well for it. I don't think you finish that sentence without getting a certain call from a mouse lawyer. Just saying. It had existed. So I was like kind of confused and just sort of mapping that out. So that first AG, that brings us up to date. Can you fill us in now on like, Alaska seems to have been like, you know what? That's an interesting point, because they name a few folks.
Yeah, George.